and welcome to That's Growth Speaks. Today is Wednesday, November 9th, and this is episode 184. I am your hostess, Amy Beth, also known as The Fat Squirrel on Ravelry and The Fat SQRRL on Instagram. So let me just say right up front, I won't do election talk because quite frankly, I don't know how to do election talk without being a total blubbery mess of messiness. So, if you're trying to avoid, I won't do it. I will say that I was totally, well, not fine, functioning until this morning when I was driving home from my errands. I was driving home from the grocery store and I saw a really bad accident. Well, it looked very bad. There was a car flipped over, and another car had hit it, and it may have actually hit another car. I couldn't tell because I was trying to drive by responsibly. But what I did see was like 12 people who had stopped their cars and were out helping because the emergency responders weren't there yet. So, anyway, I'm sending out lots and lots of love to all of you. So much love. So much love. And let's talk about some yarny stuff. Okay. Do we have shenanigans this week? I don't think we have. I'm sure we did. My mind is a little mushy. Just gotta be honest with you kids. It's a little mushy in there today. You can see I've got my exciting translucent skin very flushed going on. This is my Rikke Hat. It's R-I-K-K-E. I apologize, I can never remember the designer's name. It is a paper pattern on Ravelry, and it's made, this one is with hand spun. And it continues to be one of my favorites and most comforting hats. I love all the Rickies I have. I'm telling you, it's true. There's one over there. So this week's episode will contain Kit Along. It'll contain some knitting and spinning. And then finally, at the very end, it'll contain prizes. So if you donated, extra syllables are good, right? I'm from Britain. Somewhere along the line. If you donated to the podcast in August, September, or October, you were eligible to win prizes, and I will have those prizes for you at the end of the episode. Just a quick thank you to everybody who donated. You're very generous, and you're super awesome. Yeah, thanks. It really does make my life better. Like, in a measurable way. Thank you. But first, I'm holding the list of you that won because I'm afraid I'm going to forget it. But that's okay. It's right there, and it's giant and white. Against my very dingy carpet. Well, now that I'm looking, I really need to vacuum. Okay, moving on. Okay, so what are we going to talk about? Okay, first, Kit Along. So, this week's kit item... Oh my gosh, I should have totally... Oh, also, I apologize for not putting out show notes last week, or last time. In my mind, I had totally done it, and then this week I was like, oh, I don't know what these colors are on my building block shawl. That's okay, they'll be in the notes from last week, or from last time. And then I was like, wait, oh, I apparently, yeah, I didn't even do that last time. I didn't even put it on the blog. I don't know what happened. Okay, craziness. Oh my gosh, and by the way, I'm starving all of a sudden. I should have snacked before I talked to you, but I was afraid I would lose my momentum. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to show you something else when I'm done talking about this. Okay, this kit I purchased on Etsy, and it's from a shop called Is that what it's called? Really? Yeah, the shop is called The Felted Tree. Oh, it's got spinning fiber on it. Yeah, okay, that is really right. It's an Etsy shop called The Felted Tree, and this is a DIY ornament kit. And really, she has them in several different colors, and I'm sorry, it's getting a little washed out for you, but it's felt that is natural, cream, and white, and it's just like, have you seen those button trees? I always want to make those, but I just don't own that many buttons, and I'm okay with that. Nobody sent me buttons. I'm sure my mom has buttons that she would totally donate, but anyway, so it's the same concept except it's with little felt squares. Right? How cute is that? And the kit, of course, and I think the kit was like, I want to say it was like less than $10. It was $5. So yes, you could totally cut all of those squares yourself, or you could just pay this lady $5 and she'll do it. I'm just saying. So it's just you just layer your and you run a needle through them, and then there's a little stump. I've got to trim this up. I was just letting the glue dry. But isn't that cute? This would be a super easy craft for kids because of not cutting those squares. But it would be a super easy craft for kids because all you have to do is like either, so you can, what I did is I just stacked them all up like I liked them and then ran the needle through like in chunks. It does help if you have a needle gripper if you do it that way. Do you know what that is? It's like kind of like those jar grippers that your mama had or whatever, except it's just a little tiny piece and you can actually totally use a jar gripper if your mama still has one. You just cut that up. Or you can buy like Dritz or one of those companies makes this little green dudes and they just, you can, it's really helpful, especially when you're doing like embroidery floss that has and then crewel needles that have like a bigger eye. Like when you're pulling them through multiple layers, it is very helpful to have those little gripper dudes. But you could also just do them one little square at a time. Either way, it would be super easy. But isn't that cute? I do think it would be easier. I just had craft glue, like one of those, like that gold bottle glue. And it was tricky to do this part, to do the little, because it's just like a little strip that you wrap around the knot that you made to run your thing through. And so I think I might, if I'm going to continue to do multiple craft felt options, I should probably invest in a hot glue gun because it would be much easier to do it that way. But yeah, isn't it cute? I don't know. I love it. And of course, if you have green felt at home or these colors felt or whatever colors felt, you could do like one of those like fun modern color combinations of like the hot pink and the like teal and the green. That would be so cute. So anyway, yay. And it's a great way to use up scraps if you do have scraps of felt from other projects. So yay that. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure that that's wool felt. It does say, okay, it is the wool that's at least like 20 or 30% felt. But anyway, so she has a rainbow one. Important in these times. Or she has like a green one. And if you bought multiples, I'm sure the shipping would even be cheaper. I'm trying to see how much the shipping was. The shipping was $3. So anyway, that was a fun kit. And then, okay, I'm going to show you this one because really we just need to talk about other things, right? So let me show you what I totally was doing during election time with the results. When the results were coming in, of course I was clearly on Etsy being a complete crazy person. It was either that or ice cream, and we didn't have ice cream in the house. Sometimes you just gotta make do with what you got. Okay, can you do my purchases, little thing? No, I don't want my cart. I'm not pressing cart, am I? Fat fingers. There is a person called mmmcrafts. It's 3 M's and then the word crafts. And she has designed or is designing ornaments for the 12 days of Christmas. And I totally fell down a hole. Look at this. So the first one is like the partridge or and the pear. So that's one pattern. But then this is the one I was, and there's the French hen is awesome. But I got the Cali birds. Oh my gosh, it's still not doing it justice. Do you see how awesome they are? And right, you're like, dude, it's 4 calling birds. Apparently it was originally 4 Cali birds or collie. I guess they're called collie birds. That would make more sense. It's C-O-L-L-Y. 4 collie birds versus blackbirds, which is a traditional way to say blackbird, I guess, in Old Britannia or that area. But oh my god, right? These patterns were a little pricey, but I will tell you this, having purchased it, it's $8. It's a little pricey for one ornament, But let me just discuss, the pattern is like 12 pages long or something. Like, it's very detailed. So if you've not done a lot of embroidery and stuff, I do recommend it. And oh my gosh, look at it. Right? But anyway, so if you're in the mood for some crazy sewing crafts, okay, I gotta show you the French hens because I'm already here. Right? Maybe I'll try to put a timestamp in of when I actually talk about knitting, but oh, look at the French hen! Come on, focus, focus. Do you see it? I'm like in heart with it, hard. But here they are in multiple colors. And then she has suggestions for if you don't want to like just blaze a trail for your own color choices. She has in the resources section of the pattern, she has reference to 3 different sites who are offering the felts, and one of them is offering an actual kit per ornament. So you can buy the exact same kind of colored felts that she used, and then I think that kit is like $10. Which seems like a lot, but then you look at it and it's like 8 to 10 pieces of felt and whatever, and it's all the color, whatever. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I may have bought it because I'm anal retentive. And I really love the way those collie birds look, and I want to make them exactly that way. I don't have to think. I just want to do. That's why I love a kit. Ding! So yay, kits! So that will run through actually the next podcast. The next podcast, I will announce the winners for that. And you'll get a gift certificate to the shop. So it'll be a $51 gift certificate, which means you could buy anything up to a sweater bag and then also have your domestic shipping included. And yeah. Ta-da! Kid along! Okay, let's talk about knitting and spinning. Let's talk about spinning. Okay, let's do it. Because I don't actually have anything to show you that's finished, but I felt the need to show you. I have 2 of these bats from Joanna Spring, and I felt like I just needed to show you them. I am spinning them. I just didn't take the bobbin off because I'm lazy. But look at it. It is so awesome. And the bats are huge. Do I have the other one up? I do. Can I just stand up for a second? Don't worry. There's my butt. Do you see that I'm totally wearing mom jeans? I'm not even wearing mom jeans, people. These are like super, like you could buy these probably in some sort of, anyway, they are super square, but I love them. They're from LL Bean. And they're stretchy. And they actually fit. Whatever. So it comes like this, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's totally beautiful. I need it. And then you open it up and you're like, oh my gosh! What is up with it? Bam. So anyway, I'm working on that, and it's pretty exciting. Even my husband, who, while is a kind of like, I don't want to call him really artsy, but like he does appreciate things for their beauty and whatnots. That is the dumbest thing ever to say about somebody. Whatever. He was in the other room and he was like, what is that? He never really takes notice of knitting very often. So for him to be like, what? Is pretty impressive. Okay, let's see when that's from Joanna from Knit Spin Farm. Oh my gosh, I got my catalog, my calendar. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, so now let's talk about knitting and spinning. Okay, so I only have one finished object, but it is really cute. I made these mitts for my kiddo. She decided, I'm going to put one on, I hope I don't stretch it out. She's almost like an adult size, but whatever. So this is hand spun. This is from Spun Right Round. It's Rambouillet, I believe, in the Dragons colorway. And it is super fun. I actually got it specifically for Tova because I figured she would dig it. And she did. She was like, who's that for? It's like, it's for you. Anyway, so they're just 1 by 1 rib. I cast on 36 stitches. I think 36 stitches. 34 stitches. I think it matters to you. I cast on 34 stitches. And I did US 3s, even though this is like a bulky yarn, but I knit really loose, so whatever. So then I just did the 1x1 ribbing for 5 inches. And then I increased for the thumb, increasing every other row until I had 11 stitches. And then I put those on waist yarn and cast on the 3, and then went up to the top and then just bound it off. So aren't they cute? And they're very squidgy. I love squidgy things. It's my favorite. Just saying. I totally almost bought Olive at the grocery store this morning. They had a penguin like ear flap Christmas hat. And I really felt like it might save the world from part of its sorrow. Because that's how much I love squidgy things. Olive is so squidgy. Her face is like the squidgiest. So anyway, so that's all my finished knitting. Now, works in progress. I've got these socks. This is yarn from Nomadic Yarns in her Rhinebeck sweater weather colorway. I got sport because I am a fan of sport weight socks. So I'm about to do a true afterthought heel, meaning I'm about to cut this. I couldn't do it last night, it was too stressful. And also I need daylight, I think. So I'll just do an afterthought heel in those, like a Laura Linneman afterthought heel. And that yarn is very enjoyable. I have much love for it. I may have purchased a ball of Christmas yarn from her, even though I do not need it. But it was really pretty. What do I do? So there's that. And then in the sock lands, if you remember a bit ago, I did a collaboration having technical difficulties with Mustache Yarn and trouble. Okay, with Mustache Yarn and Sivia, who is Sivia Harding, and she did the pattern. Of course, Mustache did the yarn, and these are the Stepping into Fall socks. So I did a bag. They are so fun. Here's mine so far. I just have one done. I have one started. These, I think the pattern is written toe up. Yes, I'm pretty sure this pattern is written toe up. I did mine cuff down because I didn't want to have to think about the heel. So I just did mine cuff down. But isn't it cute? And I love this, doing the texture for the color stripes. It really does make it move a little bit faster, even than just straight up stripiness. So anyway, so these are from my mammal for Christmas. Aren't they cute? Yay! Oh, and of course, Mustache did the 2 perfect OCD skeins. So here's my one, but I've got another one in there too. Okay, so there's that. And then, did I show you these already? Maybe I just posted that on Instagram. Maybe I should mention that. Okay, I'm also making these, which are just worsted weight socks. And this is based on the blueberry waffle pattern, but I don't think I actually follow the pattern. I think I just used the stitch design. Yeah, because I think that pattern is written for like Sport or DK or something. Maybe I'm a liar. Whatever. It's based on, or maybe literally, blueberry waffle pattern. And this is yarn that I had from Marigold Jen from forever ago. Like literally. I think I bought this when I only had one skein of self-striping in my whole life. It was when I first podcast started early on. And I have held on to it forever because I've started to make a few things with it and then just been like, no, those are not good enough. Because I dig this colorway super hard. I feel like it was called brown sugar, but of course long ago the tag disappeared because I had balled it up and made like 7 things with it and then been like, no, these are not worthy. I can't really see. Isn't it fun? It's like this great brown with just these fun little bloop, 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 bloops of color. Let's do the second one. So as you can see, I did an Afterthought heel on these because I wasn't sure. I'm sorry. Trying to inhale an eyelash or something. I wasn't sure if I would have enough of the fingering weight held double for the whole sock. I think I actually would have, but just in case, I decided to do heels and cuffs contrasting. And this is just some Madeline Tosh. I think this is like the geode colorway. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So I just did the cuffs in that. And again, these are just fingering weight held double, so they end up being worsted weight socks. And that makes them very fun to do. I'm using new US 3s. I usually knit my socks on 0s for regular fingering weight socks. Okay, sorry about that. Delivery man. What were we talking about? I think I was just talking about the socks. Okay, so last thing. And then we'll do prices. I have been working on my building blocks a shawl. There's so many ends. Usually I'm a fan of weaving it ends, or like, you know, tucking it ends as I go. But the construction of this made it slightly like weird to do that for me for some reason. I don't know why. So I have like total spaghetti mess. But let's see if I can. Oh shoot. Ah! Sorry. I didn't mean to scream at you, but this is kind of important. Okay. Apparently I should put stoppers on my ends. Oh my goodness, really though. I think I'd never done this before. So here it is so far. Ah! So last time I think I was still working on the brioche section, which is this section right here. What is happening with me and the things? So I totally dig it so far. I actually like it more and more. I'll tell you what, before I got to my orange stripe, I was really like, what have I done? But like so many things in life, orange made everything better. And it looks a little redder on my view screen. I don't know how it'll turn out in the actual post-production, but it is like a rusty, orangey red. It's rust. So yeah, I love it. So next is a navy blue stripe, and then there's, I think the last stripe is like these two, which is kind of like my least favorite, the orangey and the gray. So we'll see if I maybe change that. And really, I should probably even put one more stripe on it, but I don't think I could do it. The ropes are getting so long. I know I'm a giant baby, but I have so much yarn left. Maybe I should just make a hat instead. Anyway, my colorways are, the gray is Slate, the rusty color is Cygnus, the multicolor, the variegated is Coffee Break, and then the dark blue is Half Past Midnight. It's not really navy, it's like a navy teal. And there's the, so yay! And I bought that yarn at Rhinebeck with the help of Malia and Joanna, who helped me pick out my colors. Okay, so the rest of the podcast will be prizes for people who donated. Yay, you. So, if you're not interested, I will totally see you next time. And if you are interested, oh my gosh, just a refresher, there are 3 prizes. I will announce them in the order in which the random number generated them. The random number generator generated them. So that means the first person will get first pick, second person gets second pick, third person gets third pick. Okay? I will wait 2 weeks before notifying you. If I haven't heard from you, I will send you an email at the email address that was given to me by PayPal, and then we'll go from there. If you want a prize, you can PM me on Ravelry, or if you want more, I don't want to say more immediate, but like you could also email me. It's amybmays@gmail.com if you prefer. It's up to you. So again, that's amybmays@gmail.com. Or you can PM me on Ravelry. So, in no particular order, your prizes are Lollipop Yarn. This is her Indian summer colorway, and it is gorgeous, of course. You could pick this super awesome merino silk combo. caviar wishes, caviar dreams, champagne wishes. I said it wrong and out of order, but it's gorgeous. Or you could win my, what's this thing called? On the Spice Market shawl. What? You could totally have that one if you like. Okay, so I just stopped recording because I accidentally said the person's last name and I didn't mean to do that, but I had written it down, so I just read it. So, number one winner, choices of yours of the three, Sandra B. If you have an email address that ends in Bell South and you live in Georgia, then email me or PM me because you get to win. Pick your prize. Wendy W. is prize winner number 2. Wendy W., who hails from BC, and her email address ends in Grains Canada. Is that you? You can check a choice. And number 3 winner. I know this isn't actually your first name, but it's easier than, I don't want to say the whole thing. Zany! If you're zany and you live in New York, and I mean like not just zany, I mean but like your email address involves the word zany and you donated to the podcast and you live in New York, the state, you're the 3rd prize winner. I forgot to check to see if the last 2 of you had put your RAV names on there. I'm sorry if you did. I remember to check the first one and then I forgot to check. So anyway, let me know what you want, and I'll send it to you. I guess if your winner's number 2 or 3, winner number 2, you should give me your first 2 choices. Winner number 3, you're just going to get what's left. But either way, I need your actual human names, and I have an address that PayPal gave me, but like if your address is different, then let me know that. Okay, I think that's all. Sending out lots of love, sending out lots of good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Have a great week.